Hello there, I'm Chris Jacobs and I'm here at Siam's Garden where demolition took place by some authorities of the Federal Capital Territory. I will get to meet the operator of this garden to further tell me more what happened and reason behind the demolition. Come with me. You have been an occupant here for almost about 5 to 6 years, thereabout.
Longer than that.
Longer than that. All right.
Yeah, the place has been allocated since 2007, actually.
Since 2007.
Yes, since 2007.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have paid your ground rent?
All of it.
All of it.
Yes, we actually renewed. We paid our ground rent in June, and because the FCT minister was making a lot of buzz about that, and we decided to go ahead of time actually to pay ahead of time. And by August, we were served a notice that the place had been reallocated to new owners.
Reallocated to new owners?
Yes.
And you were not told who those new owners are?
No, they didn't tell us.
When did the demolition start?
The demolition started yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes. They just came with tractors, and of course before now we already filed a suit in court.
Okay.
And we expected that they have all been served, and we expected that they would maintain status quo.
That's right.
But we were surprised yesterday morning. We came here, and before I got here, the tractor had gone halfway. It came with bulldozers
and they didn't give you people a timeline. Neither did they give you a kind of a warning notice that you were coming for demolition.
No.
Quite unfortunate.
They just walked in.
And you had a lot of staff. What's the staff?
As a matter of fact, yes. Before we get to that question, as a matter of fact, when before then, when they talked about, they came to mark the place.
Okay.
Actually, they were served. We told them you have been served in notice by court and all of that. Somebody from the development control actually said, one of the men said, it doesn't matter whether the matter was in court or not, that they were still going to demolish. They were from to demolish.
So he was talking with such a gusto.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So we have 62 graduates working here.
Working here.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Now, what becomes of them now after this harrowing demolition?
They are distraught. So one of the young men, his wife actually put to bed day before yesterday.
Oh dear.
And all distraught. That's where we are.
But apart from the fact that the case is in court, have you also spoken to relevant
we tried. When we got wind of it, we were informed. We tried to meet with all relevant authorities, and each person we met with, they said they couldn't speak to that it was out of their reach, that it was the minister was, had interest in it, and so we couldn't, it was beyond them.
But have you sought audience with the minister?
Yeah, with the last time we sought audience with him, he said we were told he was going to meet with us, but he never did.
And he never sent nobody to represent him to speak to you on his behalf?
No. Nobody.
So now, what's the next step? As much as the case is in court, and we cannot preempt, the court for now.
Yes.
But what's your call on the government?
We're calling on the government. We want to believe. We believe we're young women here doing business. There is a young lady. She is a youth copper. She runs the breakfast section of the place. There's another young lady that operates the paint and sip. A lot of young people gather here. You have the diplomatic community. They come here, professionals. It's a safe place.
Yeah, I can
It's a community. And so we are appealing to the government. We want to believe that the government, there is still justice. There is a sense of good. Because government is for the people.
That's right.
And we are believing. My sister came in she finished her master's from the UK, and she believed in this country so much, and said, we are going to do this. You know, she could have stayed back. A lot of her friends and whatever, they stayed back in the UK, but
she's back home.
She's back home here.
To add value.
And so I'm holding President Tinubu to his word when he said he asked for young people to come home, come back home and invest in the country. So I'm holding him to his word. This wrong has to be corrected. This is an illegality. This is a wrong that should not be allowed. Look at the trees. We planted trees here. Everything you see in this place was cultivated by us. Everything you see here, the trees and all of that.
Just like you say, since 2007,
yes,
right?
We grew them. It was a fallow land, you know, and you will see a video of what it used to look like before now. And so the cutting all of this down and everything going to waste. I believe in this country so much, and I believe that this wrong will be corrected.
But has this irregularity somehow undermined your resilience as a person?
No, not at all.
You keep on pushing, right?
Yes. we will get justice.
That's right.
We'll get justice. We'll not just get justice, we'll get compensation for this. This is madness.
Yes, not just justice, but compensation.
Yes, absolutely.
But is this the only park that has experienced such a demolition?
So this one, particularly
under Wike as the minister.
Oh, so many. There are reports of parks that have been green areas that have been reallocated to developers for
turn into
residential areas and business uprises, like the ones you're seeing there. So.
All right. Well, we'll still, put a track on this. We'll follow the matter up and then see the outcome, so that the world will know.
Yes.
We get to know.
It's very important. It's very important because these are women in business. These are women in business, and in an era where we are dealing with environmental degradation and all of that. I mean, it is diabolic that anybody would pull down trees. Look at what they did to, big trees. Cut them down, dug them from the ground and all of that, and this place is prone to erosion. That's a government building there. These are buildings here, so these trees are preserving this environment, as you see. And then you have somebody coming to cut them down just so they can put up a hotel and a business complex or center. So it's not acceptable at all.
Quite unfortunate indeed.
So we're engaging the international community, we're engaging the environmental organizations, we're engaging women organizations, and we expect the United Nations, an envoy of the United Nations was here to look at this. And everybody is leaving. They are disappointed. It's very disappointing.
It's disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Quite unfortunate that this is happening to, not just you, but others who have put in so much, to improve on lives and livelihood of persons.
Preserve the environment.
And preserve the environment. And can you imagine that you had about 62 graduates working for you here?
Yes, you can imagine that. Young people, young graduates.
Well, I want to thank you so much for standing, as in for being strong and resilient. And I hope you will not throw in the towel.
No.
You stand strong. Definitely, you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you.
Thank you for standing strong.
Thank you. You're
welcome. All right, from the just demolished Siam Garden, I'm Chris Jacob, supporting Housing TV Africa.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.